people? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel. Leave your comments in here below. Let me know what you thought about my thoughts, people. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into it, man, because it was a fucking late one last night, people. Or should I say, early morning, yeah? I'm fucking knackered, bruv, yeah? All you international fans that stay up late, wake up 2 a.m, 3 a.m, to see Madueke kicking the ball off the pitch and that, props to you lot, yeah? I don't know how you do this every week, because today, listen, man, straight on the coffees right now, straight on the iced coffees right now. I need this shit. I need this shit. I got a long day of fucking work, you know what I'm saying? But I fucking need this shit right now, bro, because that was a a late one to be watching, right? But I'm glad that I stayed up watching that game, because we saw some good play in large parts of the game, especially in the second half, right? I saw some good link up between Nkuku and Delap, and between Delap and Enzo. You know what I'm saying? I saw our defense that people like to cook a lot. They did really well in terms of their build up and that, right? But let's start from the beginning of the game. Obviously the lineup comes up, and once again we're seeing that Santos was in the lineup, right? And I wasn't going to lose my shit about Santos not being in the lineup, even though I wanted him to start the game, because looking at who started the game, I was predicting basically that he was going to come on for either Lavia or potentially even Enzo, right? Those two positions there, because he can play in both roles. But what I was saying to the man in the group is that he's going to come on for Lavia. That's what I was expecting him to do, right? But we saw him come on with, what, half an hour? He had about half an hour to play, yeah? He played a lot of minutes yesterday, bro, right? We haven't seen him in the first two games, cool. But you could see yesterday when he came on that he's still trying to learn what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? It might have been a confidence thing, because now you're playing for Chelsea. I know he's played for Chelsea in pre-season before, but this is different levels, bro. This is Club World Cup now. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's a little bit more pressure behind it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't surprised that he came on for about half an hour, right? The game was calling for him to come on for that long, because we were cruising through the game and he hasn't played yet. And Maresca said he's going to be giving these guys opportunities. I think he's learned his lesson the other day from starting Reece in midfield. You know what I mean? I don't expect to see that again while Santos and Asugo are here. You know what I mean? So people need to just take time. It was only 2 games. Only 2 games that this guy did not play, right? And now he's got half an hour. So I expect him to now start to get integrated into the team. You know what I'm saying? But in the first half, in terms of how we were playing, I had no problems with, you know, our build-up from the back, because Badiashile, Tosin, Josh as well. Listen, especially Badiashile and Tosin, the way that they were just punching it into the midfield and finding our midfielders, the likes of Nkuku, the likes of Enzo Fernandez, because you had Enzo that was playing in sort of the left-hand side, then you had Nkuku that was playing more on the right, in the right-hand side, because I actually thought Nkuku would start a left wing for this game, and then Dewsbury Hall would be the one that would be in the middle, right? And then Noni would be playing right wing. But he actually started Nkuku down the middle with Enzo. You had Lavia that was playing in the sort of lone 6, and then you had Delap up top, right? Then obviously you had Gusto that was playing left back, but he was inverting into the midfield, yeah? But in terms of the build-up play, bro, Tosin and Badiashile, that build-up play was so crisp, yeah? So crisp. There was even one pass that Badiashile played to Noni, a through ball, and Badiashile was very good at that, by the way, those through balls that he plays, yeah? And that's one thing that I like about him in terms of that left foot. He's very similar to Cole with his left foot. He's got a good ball-playing ability, right? He plays the through ball to Noni. I think we ended up getting a corner from it. Nothing really happened from it, but I could see that he was enjoying himself in this game. Every time that we were being pressed from the back, from the front, we were releasing that pressure, because Tosin and Badiashile, like I said, especially, they were good on the ball, yeah, with their passing. I thought Josh initially, he was a little bit shabby on the ball. He kept sort of losing it, but he grew into the game. You saw exactly, you know, what he brings to the team in terms of breaking the lines. You know, against low blocks, you need guys like Josh that are just going to run through people, creating chaos, creating space for other players. Because as soon as Josh does that, it has the opposition thinking. Now they're thinking, yo, I need to go and tackle him. I need to go win the ball back here, right? That's a very, very good skill that he has. That's why we're looking at the likes of Rodgers, the likes of Kudus, because these guys are also good ball carriers, bro. Yeah? I thought Josh in that first half was good. He grew into the game. But in the second half especially, he grew into it even more. He was even better in the second half. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought he had a good game. Yeah? Gusto, no problems for me in this game, to be fair. He was inverting into the midfield. you know, keeping the ball ticking. Him and Lavia were keeping the ball ticking, but there wasn't really much chance creation. You know what I'm saying? Not really much chance creation in that first half initially. You know, you saw Delap getting on the ball, you know, getting in between the little pockets, trying to link up play. There was even one shot that he had quite early on where he sort of created it for himself. He broke away from the centre backs and he had a shot on goal, caught it cleanly. You know, the keeper gets his hands on it. But when I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, bro, do you know how long it's been since I've actually seen a striker playing like a striker, trying to bang it outside of the box, long shots in this team, bro? Yeah, that's something that not a lot of players in this team do. We don't have a lot of players that like to shoot from outside the box. We need more guys like Delap that are gonna, you know, separate themselves from the opposition, from the defenders there, and just bang it in. You never know what can happen. Yeah. Second half, we'll talk about second half in a second, but you saw what happened with George when he took a shot from outside the box. Yeah. He banged it in. The keeper should potentially do better, but you never know with these things. Sometimes the keeper can be just sleeping. You catch him off guard. It goes past his fingers, bro. It deflects. Someone else can get onto the end of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was sort of good play from Delap, and I just had a strong feeling that he was going to score. Yeah. Then obviously Enzo Fernandez starts to pick things up and take the game by the scruff of the neck, right? He gets a very good assist for tossing. You know, whips it into the box from a free kick. Tossing, very good header there. And that's one thing about Tosin. He is key for how we want to play in both boxes, right? He might be a squad player. You know, Fofana's obviously better than this guy, but he is a very important squad player because he helps us defend corners and he helps us attack these corners as well. I want to see more goals from him, to be fair, from corners, but in situations like that, he's always going to get his head on the ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy is, what, 6'6". You know what I mean? Very, very good goal from him, right? And the second goal, you see Enzo and Delap, they're creating a connection already, yeah? I'm getting Fabregas and Costa vibes right now, bro. Because Enzo tries to do the same thing with Jackson. He'll play Jackson multiple times when Jackson's running in behind, but there's never anything at the end of it, bro, most of the time. You know what I mean? To be fair, there's been a few games this season where Enzo's assisted Jackson, to be fair. But a lot of the time, you know Jackson's going to miss. Remember that chance that we had against Brentford where Enzo played him a nice pass, yeah? When we drew against Brentford, Jackson should be bagging there. You've got someone like a Delap there, he's getting that on target at least, bro, right? And that's something that Delap has spoken about himself now. He's saying that every time he's getting on the ball, every time that Enzo's getting on the ball, Enzo's telling him, bro, get in behind, right? That is what I want to be hearing, bro. Because we've got too many players that want to come to feet. I want to be seeing Delap running in behind like what I used to see when Costa was here with Fabregas, bro. That's why Fabregas had so many assists, because he knew every time he's getting on the ball, that's Costa's trigger to run and he's going to find him, yeah? That's the connection that we need. You know what I'm saying? But very good pass there from Enzo. He goes to Delap. He brings down the ball. You know what I mean? He shifts his body to the right-hand side and top finish, bro. Top finish. That was a top finish because he did not allow the goalkeeper any time to react to that, right? He cut in and just took it straight away. Keeper couldn't do nothing. Keeper could not do nothing there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good finish from him. I'm expecting a lot more goals like that because, like I said, this guy scored 12 goals at Ipswich. And they weren't all goals where he keeps getting created for, bro. He's creating chances for himself, yeah? He's creating chances for himself, bro. He does not play like no 21-year-old. And like I said to you lot before, people, if you go watch the video I put up of Delap and how he plays, right? He is very good on the ball. He's technical on the ball. Man City ain't signing you to their academy at a late age, by the way, regardless of who his dad is, yeah? They're not signing him at a late age from Derby if he was not good on the ball. Because Man City's academy is similar to Cobham. They like technical players. That's why we keep buying their players, because we want to be playing this possession-style technical football, right? He's very good on the ball, bro. The link-up play, the way he drops in deep, you know what I'm saying? The shooting, the running in behind. He's going to be he's going to be problems for teams. He is going to be a problem for teams. And like I keep saying, I am not worried about Delap's quality. What I'm worried about is Jackson, yeah? Gil came on in the second half and, you know, he was making a nuisance of himself. He didn't really get, again, many chances created for him. But you can see that he's quite a similar profile to Delap, which is why McKenna actually wanted this guy on loan as well, because that would have been a like for like. They're similar in build. I think Gil's actually taller than Delap. You know, Delap's a better finisher, but Gil knows how to slap the ball as well, bro. You know what I mean? So listen, let's see what happens in the next game, man. But Delap, I was very, very impressed with his performance. Like I'm saying, Enzo Fernandez, he just woke up. He just woke up, bro. I'm seeing now this guy's got 18 assists in the season, bro. Yeah? 18 assists. Then when I'm calling him a crazy creator, what did I call him? I called him a creative machine when I did the one-to-one with Rance, yeah? Rance was laughing. People in the chat are trying to laugh. And I'm like, you lot are just showing yourself up to not watch Chelsea games, bro. Because Enzo is one of the best creators in the world. Not just in the Prem, in the world. Yeah? There's only 5 other players that created more chances than this guy in the world. Yeah? So how can he not be one of the best creators in the world? Once again, he gets another assist, bro. He got 2 assists in this game. Yeah? When are people going to stop this hatred for this guy, bro? You know what I mean? I remember before when people were saying, oh, he's going to be easy to replace. He's going to be easy to replace. Just a few weeks ago. And I'm like, who are you going to replace all that creativity with? You need to bring at least 2 players to go replace that creativity, bro. Because we had no Palmer yesterday. You know what I mean? But Enzo was the driving force to help us win that game. Yeah? Once again, bro. I keep saying this. There's many examples of this now where Enzo is the reason why we end up winning. Yeah? Very, very good. And I'm glad that he played like that, because when you got the likes of Santos, you got the likes of Asugo, you want to be showing them the way, bro. You want to be showing them the way, because Enzo is now going into what? His 3rd year. So, yeah, 3rd year with Chelsea, or 4th year now with Chelsea. He joined in January with Poch, then obviously with Maresca, and then now. So, yeah, 3.5 years now, because he joined in January, right? So, his Premier League experience, he's older, he's got experience of winning the World Cup, you know what I mean? He's now one of the guys in the team that should be showing Santos and that how it should be done. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very happy with Enzo right now, man. He's performing. He's stepping up. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he has his place in the 11. Whether people like it or not, he has his place in the 11. Because when you don't play him, you see what happens. You lack that creative spark. Look at that first game, bro. Yeah? We lacked that progression. You know what I mean? He was excellent yesterday, bro. The way he was dictating the game and constantly popping it, moving it, creating space for others, he was very good. Yeah? Another guy that was very good, I'll be surprised, bro. Listen, fucking Nkuku, blood. Nkuku, I don't know what woke this guy up. I don't know if he's trying to fight for his future here, but this is the Nkuku that I know and love, right? Getting in between the lines, trying to make things happen, trying to link up play, trying to find people in behind. You know what I mean? Trying to be a nuisance, actually trying to run at people, not consistently getting the ball and just passing it and passing responsibility on, right? That's why last season was bare weird to me, because I'm like, this ain't the Nkuku that I know, blood. The Nkuku that I know is actually going to try to take man on. He might not be the most direct. Felix might be better in the pockets and that in terms of ball carrying, but Nkuku can do it to an extent. And yesterday he was showing, you know, sparks of that, bro. I still think his time's done at Chelsea, but listen, this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted to be seeing from you, bro. We wanted to be seeing you actually looking like you're bothered to play for the club. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I thought he was good yesterday. You know, Dewsbury Hall on the right. Listen, it's not his position, so I'm not gonna overly cook him. I thought he was just okay. You know what I mean? There's not really much I expected from him on that side because he was playing out of position. He's not a winger. He's not a right winger, especially. But Noni just stunk out the place again, bro. Yeah? Another big chance missed. Another big chance missed. He's in the same class as Jackson. In school, those two would have been in maths together, bro. Yeah? Set 4, set 5 maths sitting together. Intervention, bro. Yeah? Because these lot need an intervention on their finishing. It's so bad. Man does all this training on Instagram and that. All these goals, you want to put the little baby music in the background. It comes to the game, you can barely fucking finish. You know what I mean? And he knows it himself because he said after the United game, yo, train more shooting practice for me. And I hope you're doing that right now, bro, in this heat. I hope you are, because you fucking need it. You can score so many goals because the good thing about this guy, he gets himself in positions to score. He's got good movement, especially in the box as well. He knows how to find space in that, right? But it's just his finishing is just so bad, bro. It's meaty. You know what I'm saying? And he just doesn't look like he's enjoying himself from the left. That's why I'm looking at Maresca now. You've got to change that. I know right now we're still looking at Gittins and all of these things and that. Cool. That's probably what it is. But Noni for me, I've seen enough of him on the left. I don't like him there, right? I don't like him there, bro. He kind of sold us a dream initially. But on the left, he's just not looking good. He's not looking good at all, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? And then with the subs, Asugo comes on first. I thought he was actually tidy. At the beginning, he was a little bit rash. But, you know, the way he gets the ball, bro, and just builds up from the back. It's like having Caicedo there, bro. Yeah, he plays what he sees. Takes 1 or 2 touches, boom. When he can drive through the midfield, he's gonna do that. There's one moment where he let the ball run across his body. He tries to run through the midfield. He wins a foul, bruv. You know what I'm saying? And I can't believe it. Santos as well. Santos comes on. Again, he was shaky at the beginning, but he kind of grew into the game. He got the assist for George. George came on as well. Very good goal from him. He was looking lively. He was looking way livelier than Noni. Like right now, I'm at the stage where George needs to be ahead of Noni on the left, because George is a natural left winger. You know what I'm saying? Noni isn't, right? So I thought George came on and actually did quite well, and he scored the goal, of course. Yeah, but I don't understand how that Santos handball was not a handball, bro. Once again, that's 2 penalties now that we've been robbed off, bro. 2 games in a row. I don't know where they found these refs. You know what I mean? They must have found these refs in some liquor store somewhere, bro. Yeah, in one of these fucking states in America, bro. Because I don't understand how the fuck that wasn't a penalty. Once again, the defender was so far from the ball. He had so much time to move his hand. He clearly handballs it. That should have been a handball. You know what I mean? But I thought Santos, like I said, I thought he was decent when he came on. You can clearly see he still needs to learn to play with these guys and learn the system and these things. I'm not worried about him getting sold and all of that, bro. People are just doing too much. After 2 games, people are trying to have these, you know, these polarizing conversations. And I'm like, just take a touch, bro. Relax. You know what I mean? Relax. Even if he was to go to another club right now, yeah, he's not walking straight into the other team's midfields, bro. He's got to buy his time, yeah? The likes of Barcelona, Arsenal, all these teams, yeah? PSG that people keep mentioning to me, he's not walking into their midfield straight away, yeah? Midfield is one of the hardest positions to come into when you've already got a stable midfield. And that's what's happening with us. We've got, like I said, for me, arguably, we've got the best midfield in the league, right? You're not going to just walk into that midfield. You need to be patient. Do you know what I'm saying? But now I'm hoping that Maresca will actually start to integrate him more, because we actually saw him for like I said, for about half an hour. Yeah? But overall, listen, we're through now to the round of 16. It looks like we actually helped ourselves by losing to Flamengo, because we've actually got an easier run in now to the semis at least. You know what I'm saying? We can play we've got Benfica next. Then after that, I think it's Palmeiras, and then the Brazilian team. I'm not gonna butcher their name, yeah, but you guys know who I'm talking about. So we could end up facing Esteval if Esteval goes on to win their next game. You know what I'm saying? And then semi-final, that's when you're looking at the Man Cities and whatnot, right? But let's fucking push, man. Let's go for this, bro. We're in this competition now. We're here to win it. You know what I mean? I want to get to at least the semi-finals. Because if it wasn't for, you know, losing to fucking Flamengo, we would have got Bayern Munich in the round of 16. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the best Bayern right now, but listen, you'd rather play an easier team. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just hoping that these lot will start to take it more seriously. Maresca, he'll stop, you know, overly experimenting now. Please no Reece in midfield going forward, bro. You know what I mean? Integrate Santos more. Use Asugo more. You know what I'm saying? And next game, hopefully the likes of Palmer and that will start to rise, blood. You know what I mean? But anyway, people, let me know what you thought about my thoughts. Let me know what you think about where we can get to in terms of, you know, the sort of final stage where you think Chelsea will get knocked out. If you think we're going to win it, let me know, people, bruv. But in a bit, bless, love.